When last we left Stabb, he was on the road to Prim. And it's time to get a moseying. He's been a good lad, just standing there waiting while we meddle around with Eris. So it's time to reward him with some excitement and adventure. This time with a plot. So down the road we go to Prim, to see what we can see. Oh yes, good morning also. Oh hey, powder gangers, let's go kill them. Or not. That seems to be working out very badly for us, actually. How exciting. They might be actually a challenge. Ah, yes, we're still using the chopper. Well then, let's use the broad machete and see if that switches things up a little bit. After all, 14 is double 7. And the speed just plain isn't comparable. All of them lie dead before us. Hello, what's this note on the table here, Stabb? The note reads, "Not many patrols out here lately, which means not much loot. Our crew is thinking we should make a move soon. Follow the tracks up north, head towards the strip. You in? Ain't on the chain gang anymore, but we still gotta stick together." Well, they won't have the opportunity now, I can assure you of that. Although since Stabb doesn't choose to believe me, I suppose we'll take some heads. And they have a lovely bed we can relax in, hopefully with nothing coming by to kill us like their friends or wildlife. Until we feel a little better. Sweet dreams, Stabb. We will see you in the morning. Haunted visions of terrible events. Explosions and familiar faces dissolving in the waste. But none of that's ever happened to you that you can remember, has it, Stabb? There have been no nuclear events in your personal history? Oh my, it's raining. It may be a trifle hard to see the way to town now. You'd best take care, Stabb. The wasteland could use it, though. The desert needs every bit of life it can suck out of the water. I see enemies around, but where? Oh, there's a plague rat there, and a gecko hunter there. Oh boy. And with that, Stabb died in the rain. Thanks for playing, everybody. No, we're continuing. We're just going to take some more precautions first this time, I suppose. As much as he does love shooting. And by that I mean it is infinitely less preferred to him than the blade in hand. But you can't afford to catch the plague when you're a mailman out for revenge, now can you? That rat definitely has it out for us. Oh boy. Look at that guy. You don't want to meet that on a bad night. Oh boy. That's a golden gecko hunter with the salamander fire breathing abilities. You don't want to meet that on a good morning even. At least they had the courtesy not to eat him in his sleep. Admittedly, that's probably because, like you just saw, they were busy eating one another. That is the way of life in the Mojave Wasteland. Oh boy. Up. Up. There it is. Just gonna pop off a few rounds into its skull, no biggie. Unless that blur happened. Don't worry about that blur. Let me worry about that blur. We're not worried about that blur. Bum, 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 bum. Good old sunset sarsaparilla fixes all our teeth holes of plug. Now to put away the knife into something's head, the proper receptacle for his machete. And his favored implement of war. When they warned you that the roads were dangerous, you should probably have listened. And even someone who isn't fond of guns learns to be a good shot quickly, when distance is all that's keeping his own skin on. Yes, desperation is quite an excellent teacher. And down they go. Which means Seeker Stabb will now have lunch tomorrow instead of being lunch today. And all of that, however that goes, the circle of life. And we did it, we made it, we ran across the highway, the dangerous, dangerous little highway stretch of the supposedly safe section to reach Prim.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits.
What's going on in Prim?
Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Good Springs.
Shouldn't you be protecting the town or something?
We'd love to, but they don't fall under NCR jurisdiction. Even if they did, we're in no shape to protect them.
Why can't you protect them?
We don't have the equipment to take out the convicts. And even if we did, we need some extra hands for backup. You should talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
Well, thank you for your advice. I may just take it yet, soldier. But I think I will have a word with this Lieutenant Hayes. It's troubling to see a soldier convoy when there's a town full of scared or dead civilians, after all. And it's not like Stabb is a total psychotic monster or anything. No. He cares for the people of this city. Hello, who are you?
I'm Sergeant McGee of the New California Republic Army. If you want to talk about something, speak to Lieutenant Hayes.
I need to be going then.
Bye.
Alrighty. Not a very talkative man, is he? Not yet, anyway. There'll be a quest later.
Hey.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business?
What are you doing out here?
We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing.
What's the problem with your mission?
The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. The convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow.
Tell me about the correctional facility.
Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape. And I've been ransacking the area since then.
Do you have any other information on the convicts?
Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers. Mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought. Most of them, at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support.
I have other questions.
I have some free time. Ask away.
I don't have more questions. So, the soldiers here were sent to deal with the convicts and are clearly doing an outstanding, stellar job. Or, if you want it without sarcasm, they have utterly bungled everything. And I do not approve of this. Not in the slightest. So, in order to find the postmaster and redeem ourselves, we have to get in to that town. After all, if he survives long enough to send mercenaries after our heads and we didn't apprise him of our own status, our death is solely on our own heads. Whereas he might be grateful enough to let the package slide and perhaps give us a chance to get it back. If we just save his arse. Those landmines won't be getting in our way. Now then. Come, we go like Russian. We sneak in, we kill everything. We sneak out before they know their chimneys are on fire. Yes, his great plan, except Stabb is not Russian. He has no special ops training. In fact, all he has is a ridiculous accent that does not sound anything close. So, now, we're going to fail that, and screw it, let's just throw some grenades and run in knife blazing. What do you mean the knife won't blaze? Fine, we'll get the actual blazing knife later. It's just an expression. It's an adaptation of blazing guns anyway. Nope. Whee! Also nope. Nope. Wait, that'll do it. How? And I mean how. Are you used to familiar fantasy heroes who are nigh on invincible? Stabb is not one of those men. Stabb is in a lot of pain right now. And if it wasn't for the magic of healing, why, he'd be dead. Imagine that. But what he does share in common with them is that he is very vicious and very motivated.